Alright guys, back here at Nationals again, and this time we have a very interesting deck again. I wanted to get you guys all the interesting deck profiles, so I went ahead and got the deck I lost to in top 32, sadly. He's playing probably one of the two bad matchups I had in the entire room, and he's playing Shenron hand control. This deck is pretty insane, and he ended up losing in top 16 to his worst matchup, Gogeta.
Yeah.
Shenron, yeah.
Yeah, it was tough. Gogeta was just a horrible matchup for me. But
you can explain how your leader works and
yeah, I mean, if you guys don't know, Dragon Ball, you know, leader can't attack on both sides. You rest it to search your deck or your life for up to 2 Dragon Balls. Add them to your hand every turn. So every turn you're going to plus 2, plussing cards.
Yeah. And then on the backside.
Yeah, backside has an insane ability. You can only do 1 per turn, but you can either draw a card, which you almost never really do, or you can use a free wish, or you can give somebody triple attack, which is always the finisher of the deck. And you'll see some of the cards in here I finish with as we go along. I really had a lot of success with it. Honestly, it's a really good leader. Storm is a horrible matchup for it, but other than that, I thought it would do pretty well against the.
It's like SS3 if Storm doesn't exist.
Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. So I'll just show you guys the skeleton of the deck, how it works. So we'll just start off. 7 Dragon Balls, of course. I play 3 of the 1-star ball. So this card right here is like this is the heart and soul of the deck right here. So the whole purpose is you're going to be hand controlling your opponent. So Shenron searches for it every turn. So you're going to drop, then you're going to just recycle with Radar. You're going to keep dropping cards from your hand every turn so they get low, and you start wishing in your battle cards that rip more cards out of their hand. So it's I think 3 is the right amount. Radar, you get to recycle them. So
yeah, perfect. 3 is perfect, I think.
Yeah, and then 4 basic Dragon Balls. Against Janemba, you're probably gonna drop them with this because you don't want to draw too much. But anything else, you're just going through the deck super fast, and it's really good. So that's the ball lineup we started with right there. I didn't mainboard too many. I didn't mainboard any 1-drops really besides Kami. I played 1 just in case I ran it against like a Shenron Veggie, something that swarms the board a lot.
And you can always wish it back.
Yeah, you can always wish it and draw cards all day. So it's a good card. Just a 1 of. 4 of the super combos. The Temporal Rescue Trunks. You can practically use them after you turn 1. It's a live super combo off the back. I mean, it's always live, but you get to draw a card pretty much after turn 1. So that's huge. Keeps you alive. I ran 2 quick thinking Gotenks. Just for you need that early game crit. You're trying to push them to 6. You want to get them to 6. So you want to chop away with the crit, drawing cards. You put it in play for free with Child's Wish.
No cards in hand.
Yeah, it's broken. you keep them with no hand pretty much. You try to keep them really low. Against most control decks, this should win the matchup. I played 3 Burst Attack Son Gohans. This card, especially with the the Gogetas and the Cell Chains and everything running around, and because of what the deck does, which I'll show you in a bit. Just redrawing your hand back is really crucial. Again, that critical is beautiful when it gets put in play with your Child's Wish. So you got 3 of those. 2 Crisis Crushers, main board, just to slow the game down. You don't want to run into decks that have like intense trunks or even the self-awakening cards. You want to keep them to where they can't self-awaken, whether it's Pan or all the one drop hitters. It's good against Storm. It doesn't stop Storm as much as you would think. It does slow them down a little bit though. So
and it can kill Black Messian.
Yeah, and if they bring out anything to hate on you like Dende's, usually don't bring out Dende until the turn they use it, but if they sometimes leave it out there, or the Black Mass Saint, you just kill it. That was it. This card I would have probably taken out, to be honest. I just checked 1 just to see what it would do. So I played 1 of the Black Mass Saint, the Devastator. He's really good against Hercule. As Hercule builds the drop with Unbreakables and all their Saiyans. So if I can get Hercule to 3, I mean, I get anybody to 3 and I have the Saiyans, he's a guaranteed win because he's triple attack. He's going in for 3, guaranteed.
Interesting.
So against Hercule, it does really well. But I only played 1 Hercule deck today, so for the most part, this card was sideboarded out or it was charged, one of the other. But it's another finisher you can run. Played 2 Dark Duo Deburas. So the reason why you played over Hit is because his ability doesn't trigger when you bring it out with World Peace. So Deburas does. when your opponent only has like 1 to 2 cards in their hand, like most of the game, when you're wishing this guy in, they're just leaving them with nothing. Like they're stuck there. They're gonna have to rip a removal card off the top of the deck to be able to get rid of it, which is very unlikely. If it happens, it happens. But it's just a really good control card. You pretty much never attack with this guy. You just bring him out and kill the hand and sit on him, and you finish him with everything else you have in the deck. So I think 2 is the correct amount. Him. I played 1 at all costs. Vegeta. I probably should have ran 2 to 3. It's a ridiculous finisher with because you can give triple attack. So triple strike, triple attack is
The only reason the guy that was playing Shenron didn't beat me early because he didn't play that card. I asked him why, and he said they cut it. I was confused.
No, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It gives you so much advantage, and if they don't have negates, it's game time. So I played 2 Shenron Figure Majesties. I think I should have ran 3. This card's like pretty much you need it to win most of your matchups. You need it out there because you need to give critical to your finishers. So I recommend playing 3. Do play it, but it's really busted. Untaps energy, draws a card. Draws a card no matter what. You can bring back 2 drops, which I never really do in this deck, or you can untap or give somebody critical. And that's the one I mostly use, giving somebody crit. So what I did play 2 of in this deck, that pretty much won most of my games, probably MVP, was the Super 17, the Infernal Machine.
Oh, this guy.
So
this guy is broken.
This guy is
This guy
nuts.
killed me.
This guy's nuts.
Game 1 and 2.
So you're gonna world peace him because you don't play enough green in here to hardcast. So you're world peacing him for sure. He's double strike, 20k. When he's put in play, you choose 2 cards from your own hand and you send them to the drop. And your opponent has to select 2 cards and send them to the drop as well. So like I said, they're already gonna have a really low hand against you anyway. So since you play burst attack, what you do is you dump 2 cards and then you just swing a burst to reestablish your hand while keeping your opponent really, really low. And his permanent effect is what wins you the game. So
Can't be negated.
His attack cannot be negated no matter what. Even Janemba's leader effect can't negate it. Nothing could stop this attack. I mean,
It's like Victory Strike for your deck.
Yeah, so when I combine that with Shenron, give it crit, and I give it triple attack, it's pretty much going in for 6, guaranteed.
40,000.
It's going to be, 40,000 double strike crit. So that's the whole point. You want to get them to 6 early. That's why you have to play the little crit hitters. And this guy just finishes the job.
Well, 30 is it 35? But you combo like 5.
Yeah, you can combo, but I mean, they're only going to have after his effect goes off, you're only going to have 1 to 2 cards in your hand at max. So you can combo maybe a super combo at max, and you really don't have to.
You don't have to combo anything really.
They have to have 2 super combos left in their hand to maybe stop it. So he was definitely MVP. I played 1 of the Beers, Divine Vanquish. When your opponents eventually after game 1, if I finish somebody with this, they would they'd start leaving their 1 drops in their drop or their energy because they don't want me killing all their stuff. So when they have no hand and I have Shenron out and I'm giving Beers crit and I'm swinging at the leader, I'm killing their board and their hand and I'm going in for double strike crit, and it's pretty much over.
And you can do it 3 times.
Yeah, if you need to, you can do it 3. Usually I don't finish with that. Usually he's just to control my opponent. It's another out, against Janemba and stuff too. It gives you it blows up their energy so they can't do anything. So he was good at 1, I think. I should have ran 2 or 3. This guy was the Ultimate Fusion, Gogeta. Kill 2 battle cards, send them out on the deck, draw 2 cards, 25k double strike. I think it kind of speaks for itself. It's pretty busted. Bring it in for free with your world piece. It was the only removal I had in the deck. That's probably the biggest regret I had, was not playing enough removal in here.
Well, you have it at all costs, but
yeah, I mean, I only played 1, so I should have played more of both of them, to be honest. This is another card that can also be a finisher if you need to use it. I played 1 Wish Granter, Shenron. So he draws 2 cards no matter what, as long as you have the Spark 7. The only thing I don't like about him is compared to the 4-drop is you have to use it when he's put in play, which sometimes doesn't work the way you want it to work. But you draw 2 cards, you either untap 4 energy, or you give something triple strike, or you bring back a 3-drop. Which if you need to bring back burst or the Go Tanks, you can do that too. You almost never really use that effect. But he won me maybe 1 or 2 games. He was all right. This guy, monster, Demigra. In a Shenron deck, you're already guaranteed the 7 black cards for sure. My deck actually plays enough black cards to where I can give somebody triple attack first,
and then
bring out Demigra. So Like, yeah, I could pretty much rip all their combo pieces out of their hand
They destroy me.
and then just go in with my Android. You know, like, you can't stop it. So this guy, definitely a staple. Broken, and you go through your deck so quick, you're gonna draw it. You're probably gonna see it, most likely. You can up the count on this if you want. I found that I was clogging myself too much early sometimes. Was 3 roll piece, your wish cards. So with your radar, you can cycle them you can pretty much recycle them all day. So if you need to keep, usually you only need about 2 roll pieces and you should win the game. So like,
And you can recycle with Dragon Rider, like you said.
yeah, and you can bring back a Dragon Radar. I thought you could only get, like, when you played Radar, you could only get 2 of the selected type. I didn't know that you could actually search for 1 of each, and I just found that out. So I was like, okay, that's pretty broken. You know, you can go when you drop, you get a 1-star ball, get a world piece. And be
I thought you can only grab only grab the one type, right?
Apparently you can grab. They ruled it could be 1 of each.
So there's your card with just text was wrong.
I guess so. Yeah, he did it to me in the match I lost. So I was like, and I tried to call him out on it, but the judge said that's not how it worked. So
Oh, okay.
so
Right.
that makes it even better. You have to get like a 1-star, drop. Say they're like at 3.
So Dragon Raider's insane.
Yeah, you Dragon Radar, dump their hand with this, bring this out, bring Android, dump the other 2 cards, and then you go out. So 3 of those. I played 3 Child's Wish, my other wish card. So this card early game is insane because you're bringing back your burst attacks, you're bringing back your go tanks. It applies early game pressure, keeping your hand up, and it's free. I mean, you can also bring back like your 1-drops if you sideboard in like commies and stuff like that. You could be like, bring back commie, blow up the board, not having to waste all your energy. It comes in clutch sometimes. So like 3 of those. 3 Dragon Radar, the card we were just talking about. This card combined with like the 1-star, you just keep dumping your opponent's hand. You keep it really low, or you can get back your wish cards. It's
So you're playing Mecha Frieza hand destruction.
practically. So I mean, again, another card. If it's your preference, go to 4 if you want or less. I only played 2. This was just in case I played like the Majin Buu, the Majin Buu variant of this deck, where they're bringing out the big 7-drop early, and you need like negates to help you. So like, I played 2 Whis coercions. You don't really need it, but it was helpful in some of my matches today. So you know, it got me a win against the Storm matchup. You know, I had both of them in Senzu Beans, and I got by it. I was able to. My sideboard's actually what got me the win with that. I'll show you guys that in a bit. So just 2. 4 objection. You need
It seemed like you only needed really 3. From what, like when you play against me, you had like so many cards in hand. You probably you saw all 3 of them.
It's just some it's just some matchups. It's like really crucial to get it off. So like,
you can side out one.
You can always sideboard it out. I just rather see it than not see it. At the worst comes to worst, it's gonna be energy. Like that's fine. It's a blue deck anyway, so that's fine. So I'd say 3 to 4 is good. You take your choice on that one. Of course, you got to run the 4 beans.
Best card in the game.
Yeah, broken. They need to make a foil version. It's
Self-explanatory.
yeah, it's self-explanatory. You guys know what it does. Saves me so many times. All right, so that's the main board right there. So you get the general idea of what it's supposed to do. It's hand controlling your opponent, keeping them really low until you bring out your big finishers, and that's pretty much what you do with this deck.
So your side deck is pretty important.
Yeah, it sneaks me out a lot of wins. So I kind of accepted the fact that this deck was pretty much going to lose to Storm. So like I just wanted something that I could respond with early that was going to hit hard. So like something that when they overextend to 3 or 2 life, against you, you can just go back the next turn and just
crack them.
That's pretty much it. So I sideboarded the 2 Mira Creator Absorbed. So you never really want to play Overwhelm in this deck, besides Demigra because that's your finisher. But you never want to play Overwhelm unless because you're trying to get all your Dragon Ball stuff off and everything you want. But if you're playing against like a Storm deck that they really underestimate it, they bring out.
They'll take a lot of their life.
Yeah, they go down to 2 or something like that, and they think they're good because they got like 8-10 cards in their hand. You're just like, nah. Like you bring this out, you combine it with this, and it's pretty much a wrap. So I sideboard 2 super combo Supreme Kais. It's also good against decks that stall like Janemba. I sideboarded these in against my Janemba matchups. You play your little 3-drop crits, so like you bring out your Child's Wish, your burst, draw 2 cards, then you can just double strike crit them off the back. Take their life. You want to get them to 6. Again, you want to get them to 6. That's crucial. So the sideboards, it came in handy. So 2 of each. One more Kami, just in case I ran into, again, a veggie matchup, something that explodes on you on the board. One more to kill that. 2 Killy Zones. Because if you play the yellow matchup and they're bloodlusting your World Peace engines that are coming in, it's kind of like slows you down. I played 1 yellow deck today, so these 5 cards that I'm gonna show you right now went hard. I sideboarded 2 of these, 3 Haru-Harus.
Yeah.
So this card is like, this card with Child's Wish against like an Android. Unfortunately, I didn't play any Android decks today, but
That deck's free for you.
yeah, that deck's free for this one. So if you sideboard 3 of these against Androids, you're just Child Wishing and abusing. Like, you're just abusing it all day. So
You can even pay the 4 for
yeah, you do everything.
bring it back and untap all 4 energies.
Yeah, what I was doing was I was going like 1 star this card, 1 star this card, like Radar, get it back, 1 star this card, and then I'd be like Wish, Haru, untap, discard again. Like you could abuse it. So if you play against a yellow or a green deck, I mandatory 3 of this. I mean, if I could fit 4, I would, but just you know, get the sideboard for everything, not just that. So 3 of those. This was the other card I sideboarded in for Storm. Was
There you go. It's similar to the Mira.
Yes. So I think, like, again, if they overextend, you're gonna bring out Kaba. You're gonna use your leader, give it triple attack, and he's just going in. Like, he's just gonna go in.
You're gonna have at least 3 left to play with usually.
Yeah, you should have at least 3 lives. So like, you have 2 attacks to pretty much beat him. Go all in. It won me my Storm matchup earlier. I was able to hit with this, bring out Mira, finish the game. Like, it was really good. So you can sideboard this. This is kind of my style. I like sideboarding this kind of aggressive sideboard usually. So that's that. And I just played 2 of these in case you played like Chain Zeno or anything that's putting in play. It was okay. I completely didn't even read the fact that it was 15. So like, I sideboarded it against Janemba, and I'm like, all right, go ahead, like. And he's like, okay, it's 20K. And I was like, oh.
And it's not cheating into play like with an effect.
Yeah, so I was
It's
like,
just reducing the cost, so it'd be advantageous of that, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, great. I paid the price for that one. So, awesome. It's good against a lot of different decks, though. There's a lot of different decks to put in play.
Well, thank you for the profile, man, and you give a lot of information for these new players, and see you guys next time.
Thank you, guys.